Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube show. Today we're gonna find an old person unsuspectingly push their face in a puddle and hold it down until they stop squirming. How long will that take? Stick around to find out.
None of that is actually going to happen in this. That's a total lie. Welcome to Tag Team. We used to do this show just for a couple friends of ours. And now we're going to be doing it for you good people of the internet. And so we're running a randomizer. We're doing
Twilight Princess Randomizer. It's relatively new.
Yeah, it's pretty new at the moment.
What do we name our character again?
We always name our character Rosco.
Rosco?
Rosco.
My God, what a ridiculous name.
Like,
just because, just for the fun of it. It's become tradition.
That's the name we randomly picked when we did Ocarina Randomizer,
we did Ocarina.
which was a thing that we actually
did.
The
Ocarina Randomizer we did just for our friends, and it was such an unbelievably colossal disaster.
Yeah.
That it wound up really only being funny to them.
Right.
Including some references to certain organizations that may or may not operate within inside the United States.
It's possible. Hang on here.
Yeah.
I gotta actually enter this name in instead of just talking about it.
It's so difficult that we actually have to do things now.
I hate it. Can this just be a podcast?
This
Welcome
should.
back to our podcast, everybody. Today on our podcast, we're gonna go find some
You got a name for the
unsuspecting
horse?
old person. Yeah, I got the perfect name.
Okay.
The Plot.
I love it. The plot.
The Plot.
The plot will carry us forward.
I think I can even get the space in here.
Okay, everyone names it my butt, right? We know the joke. We ha
Yeah,
funny.
well,
my
I mean,
butt.
they name it something like that.
Here's 50 different page memes of it being named
of
my
it
butt.
being anus or.
Right. They always name it something dirty, and then it's.
Oh, also, the story's not happening in this.
But
one.
yeah, we're not playing through the story.
The story doesn't exist.
We're just doing the randomizer. But this is also different than your normal randomizer because you might notice that this is the GameCube version, but it's HD.
Yeah.
And we did that.
We modded the crap out of this game.
Indeed, we did. But we also altered it.
We altered it. It's harder because Twilight Princess
Yes.
is a little on the easy side. Sorry,
Yeah,
Twilight Princess fans. I know you get mad when I criticize your game in any way.
I am sitting next to you. Yes.
And it's a little on the easy side, so we made it
is
harder, and we may have made some other cosmetic changes. More of the not story happening right now. We finally got to the plot of the game.
Right. And look,
Okay.
it's the dirty horse thief.
It's a dirty horse thief. She stole our horse. She will do it again.
They used to hang dirty horse
She's a bad
thieves.
person. No, they used to shoot them with arrows, and that's what will happen to her.
That is.
And as far as I'm concerned, that she isn't gonna make it.
Now this is a link to the Twilight past, is what we're calling this
Twilight's
series.
Past, yeah.
And it's because we added some things in here to make this game a little more reminiscent of A Link to the Past, which we're both really big fans of.
Right.
And so we actually created some mods for it.
We did. We created some visual mods. You can't find these terrible Photoshops anywhere else.
Nowhere else. And some of them we haven't finished yet, so we'll be adding those in
they
later.
They may happen at a later date.
Yeah.
Now I think they just skip. The randomizer's supposed to just skip this.
He's like, you want to take care of these goats? And Link's
Yes.
like, sure. Puts up the fences.
I do not want to take care of these stupid goats. The goat herding minigame, I think, is supposed to like teach you how to ride a horse, but it's more difficult than any riding you'll ever have to do again. The last boss is not as difficult as herding goats.
If Ganon had been riding on one of those goats,
We're effed.
we would have killed
We
us
have
all.
we stand no chance.
He would have killed in my nightmares sometime. My paralysis demon is Ganondorf on
riding
top of a goat.
I mean, you know, mine too. So now we have to. Do we have to go get the horse again? No, we have to buy a slingshot. That's the thing. And or is it? We don't know. It's randomized, guys.
Yes. So
Can we
there's
just do the old lady thing instead? Find some old person.
push her into a puddle.
Can't we just be regular YouTubers and
No.
just be bad people and get paid for it?
That comes later.
Oh, okay.
Later down the line, we'll be revealed as being blatant racists.
Oh no, guys! I want to start off.
Yes.
I feel like I need to say I'm a blatant racist right now. I need to be everything bad
Right.
now, so it doesn't come out later. I am a racist. I'm a sexist. I keep children in my dungeon and harvest their organs when I need, replacements. I
Right.
do all of these things. But I'm not.
I don't know how to follow that up. That was too big of a truth dump.
You can't.
You broke me. I
There's
have no
nothing to
idea how to
follow
follow
up.
that up.
I'm just playing. I'm kind of on autopilot here.
Yeah.
I played the beginning of this game so many times, and the random factor doesn't really kick in until we start getting items.
Because you have to have certain items to get out of Ordon Village. The first few items are pretty much always the same. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we got the slingshot.
They
from
might
the
be,
store.
yeah, and they might be in slightly random orders. Like this basket, maybe the fishing pole
It's always the first.
is always the first because you have to have it to go forward. But then after that, like I suppose we could get the wooden sword early, or maybe the
Lantern.
Orden sword. I don't know. Lantern is another one we might get.
There's a system to this randomizer as well, because the last time we played a randomizer, it really was a disaster, people.
It was
like
bad.
it was a serious disaster.
It was a trial run that only our friends could see,
Right.
and even our friends stopped watching.
Right.
We couldn't get
even
anybody.
the power of friendship was not enough
power
to
of
keep people watching
friendship.
our terrible show.
You think maybe we just don't have any friends?
That's definitely it. We don't
That
need it
makes
now. Our
sense.
terrible randomizer scared them all away.
Yeah, it doesn't. You guys are our friends now. Huddled masses of you two.
Greg and Tom,
Yeah,
the
three people
the
who watch
two
this.
people who watch this. Oh, so fishing hook. That's not surprising.
No, I think that's
that's
required.
fixed.
I think you have to have the fishing hook.
Right, because the first puzzle requires it. No, but in the last randomizer
Is it
we
really
played,
a puzzle?
every chest was random, and it became unmanageable. And I don't really know where all the chests are in Twilight Princess. I didn't know where they were all at in Ocarina. It was a
I
disaster.
think all the chests are randomized here, though.
No, it's hearts.
Oh, it's only
bugs.
chests that would have hearts.
Yes,
yeah.
it's chests that would have hearts. It's bugs.
The rupee chests are still just rupees.
Rupee chests are all still rupees. Poes now give random items.
Oh yeah.
Which means at some point we're
I
gonna go
don't
on
know
a
where
great.
all of those are.
We're
either.
gonna go on a great Poe hunt.
Oh boy.
we'll-
We're gonna cut most of that probably.
We'll probably show like every single Poe. We'll probably
Yeah.
talk only when we're right there next to the Poe, so we could do like a giant
Why-
montage or
I
something.
gotta
But
ask
we'll come up with something.
Something
clever.
relevant to what's going on. Why do we have to fish twice?
Oh,
and
I
where
hate
did they
that.
tell you that?
I one time got soft locked right here because I could not figure out that I had to fish twice, and I would leave and come back, and you have to fish twice in a row.
in a row.
Can we talk about that disgusting polygon monster that is that cat?
Yeah. There's always something in any game that like is way lower resolution than the rest. Like I was playing Spider-Man and the pigeons look like they were N64 pigeons.
They
They
look
look
like that
terrible.
cat.
And so like
But
and
how does it look worse than the dogs from Ocarina?
it does look worse than the dogs from Ocarina, and I don't know how.
I don't know how that's
I don't know what
possible.
happened. It's not like the chicken doesn't look nearly that
No.
bad.
If a chicken had stolen
There
the
is
fish, it would
another
look better.
cat at a later part of the game
It looks so much better.
that looks so much better. How did they get it this wrong? Lady, your cat is wrong.
That cat is made out of
What?
porcelain.
Look at that. That is a demonic statue. Oh, okay. She just hands us a
handed me
sword.
milk.
Hey, thanks for getting my cat some fish. Here's a weapon. That's for next time.
Let's
won't-
fend off the cat.
Fend off the cats because they're just gonna be bothering you, wanting fish now.
I'm sorry, Link.
Yeah, everyone should be.
Uh,
Yo, don't waste food.
it's worth money if you break it.
I was about to
though.
say, wasting food is the only way in this game I know how to make any money, and I still have to buy that slingshot.
How does he cut grass with a wooden sword?
Maybe
Does he? See? You
I
cut
mean
grass
you
with
could
a wood-
sharpen you can get splinter wood in such a way that it's slightly sharp.
Yeah.
But for anybody who's ever actually used a machete, you know it's not as simple as just like breezing. Your machete, if it's dull, won't cut the grass.
Right.
I can't imagine a wooden sword getting too much sharper than a.
Yeah,
than a
I
machete.
don't think that's. You probably know more about this than me. So every so often in this series, we're going to talk about interesting things, but we're going to try to keep that as short as possible.
Yeah.
because we don't.
I don't
talk-
have any interesting things to talk about.
We don't talk about interesting things on here. We put memes on screen,
Yeah.
and we hope that you guys click like and subscribe.
Yeah. This is not highbrow comedy,
no.
people.
This is low tier, minimal effort. YouTube.
Minimal effort YouTube content.
You know, the good old days.
The good old days.
You would know more about this than me. Ancient swords, like copper and like stone, were basically just clubs. And at some point, they got furnaces hot enough to smelt finer metals.
Yeah,
and that's when
I mean,
swords
at some
became
point
sharp.
we just figured out that having a sharp edge cuts stuff, and so
Right.
we started pounding our bronzed clubs into sharpened.
But for a long time, sword wasn't sharp. Not real
Well,
sharp.
it was hard to make an edge that long.
Yeah.
You have the spear, which you can just take a stick and make into a spear, make sharp little ends. But to make an edge, think about the tip of a spear, and then you got to stretch that out over an entire edge. That's a lot more work.
Yeah.
And it's not really worth it unless you're fighting other people.
Right.
And so, once we got the powerful need to murder other people, that's when we started sharpening our swords.
And now we've got a slingshot.
Slingshot, also a deadly weapon.
We can murder some people with slingshots.
Very, very possible.
If you hear a strange noise coming from our house.
If you hear a strange noise in the background, don't worry. We're waterboarding someone, and he's thrashing every once in a while.
I was going to say,
Shut up, Terry.
We're definitely about to
We haven't forgotten you. I did forget him, though.
I forgot totally about Terry,
I'm
our fourth viewer.
I'm so worried.
Our former. His mustache is not matching his hair. It looks like it's a portal to another dimension.
There is this thing where, like, people's... in movies and I guess video games where people's mustache or facial hair just doesn't match their hair at all, and it makes me think they're wearing a wig or that the mustache is fake.
He's got Shatner's toupee on.
Yeah, like.
All right, what did Russell wind up giving us?
Oh yeah, he's supposed to give us the wooden sword here, right? But we already have that, so if we get it again, I'm gonna be real unhappy. Hey, it's a lantern.
Not bad.
We can get another chest, I think, underneath our house now.
Right, there's this chest. It took me forever to get that the first time.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Because I forgot about the dark room.
Yeah.
Like, I explored it once and was like, oh, I guess I can't get here. And then I just didn't come back.
Now, because the bugs are in random logic, and Agatha is in random logic too.
Yeah.
So the bugs are like twice. There are going to be some times where we go to get a heart and we get a amount of rupees. Because that's the Agatha.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Agatha is part of the random.
Picking up a bug is in random logic. Sometimes we'll get a bug and have to take it to Agatha, and that will be in random logic too.
Right.
Oh, do we have to talk to the kids now? Oh,
yeah,
God.
I gotta do
Twilight
the training
Princess.
montage.
I love Twilight Princess. It's one of my favorite Zelda
I do
games,
too.
but I hate these kids so much.
Look at that little homunculus.
These guys are like the bandits from the starting chapter of Fire Emblem.
That's what they grow up to be.
They're not even the bandit leader.
No.
Just bandits.
Generic, faceless bandits that we
Right.
slaughter with reckless abandon.
Right. Except for that one in the middle.
That one in the middle is the bandit
Listen,
leader.
no.
He is the God Emperor of the Dark Army,
Let me tell you something about that one in the middle. He's not the main villain, because none of them are smart enough to be the main villain.
Yeah.
But that one in the middle definitely grows up to plan the murder of the goddess.
Yeah.
Right?
He is definitely into... He's already probably into some shady stuff,
Right.
if you know what I'm talking about. Like,
he
he really wanted this slingshot, and he would not say what for.
Yeah, he wanted to see if he would feel anything when he killed that squirrel.
Spoilers, he did not.
He did not.
He did not.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I do like his sense of dancing, though. His dancing moves.
Oh, yeah.
Malamar dance.
The Malamar dance. He's pretty good. It's pretty good. He also knows way too much about sword techniques.
Yeah.
Like, these sword techniques are only used to kill people, okay?
Right.
Like, that's what we're preparing to do now. And this little thing in the middle knows what a stab, knows how to do a stab. You tilt forward on the joystick, and look, he knows how to do a spin attack. That's to kill a group of people. How does he know this?
He's killed a group of people.
He has clearly killed some people. Look, he knows how to do everything. He's the one who's telling Link had no idea how to do this before. Now he's out there like, God, I hope these kids don't find out I don't know what I'm doing with this. Russell's just made me this thing. And this kid's already a pro. He's killed so many monkeys. And now that monkey's sitting there watching like, oh God, no, they're training the rest of them.
They're training the big ones.
Soon they'll all be like that little dude. We won't stand a chance.
Okay, in real life, a
back to the
monkey would
plot.
bite your face off.
I mean,
trying to chase after.
Probably. Don't chase monkeys, kids.
Don't chase
If you do, you'll end up like Terry over here.
Now the plot moves forward.
The plot moves forward. That was the only joke. Just run her over, squish her.
Oh God! It was hideous.
I think if I squish him, I get like a pox on my family for 12 generations.
That's too bad because I definitely saw him die back then.
Well, yeah. It's kind of like running over a gypsy with your car. You just don't do it. Oh, look at the majesty. There's no majesty.
There's no majesty. There's not going to be any majesty in this game.
There's no majesty anywhere.
I do like the new color palette with the HD.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I actually like the changes they made to the color palette for Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U.
Yeah. Just gonna get real confusing.
It's gonna get real confusing because we are playing Twilight Princess modded to be HD, but it's not Twilight Princess HD.
I like this guy.
He just gave
gives
me
me
money.
money.
He just gives me money out of nowhere.
I like him, and I like his whole family.
Yeah,
They were some of my favorite
they were
characters.
good.
I
I
really
like their
them.
designs. He's got a fro and like a bird lives in it or
Yeah,
something.
and then he hires a bird elsewhere
Yeah.
to run the shop deeper in the woods.
Yeah, right.
I love all of it.
Oh no, the kid ate his stick or something. I don't know.
Where's he gonna find another stick?
Where's he gonna find another useless stick
He's-
out here in this forest?
He's defenseless without
He's
his
helpless
tiny
without
stick.
his tiny stick. I don't need no lantern.
Seriously though, I do really like the lantern in this game. I love dark areas. in
Yeah,
video
it's
games.
really cool the way it like the ambient effect it gives. I don't know why I thought I could slingshot through that giant spider web.
Link has
Freaking
zero chill.
rats.
I'm sure we're gonna talk about this a lot, but in this game, in various Zelda games, Link has different amounts of chill.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
usually pretty low.
It's usually pretty low. I mean, he runs around just like breaking people's pots and like breaking into their homes and sleeping
Right.
in their beds.
Right.
He does not care.
He has very little chill.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess Link has zero chill.
He has zero
if he
chill.
sees a rat, right, he pulls the sword from his back and just freaking goes ham. Hits it so hard that it flies through the air and explodes. Because the man has no chill.
It's true.
He will kill Ganon with a wooden sword in this game.
Yeah, I've done that because you can. There's a thing where you can. So the Ordnance Sword and the Master Sword you can switch back and forth, right? But the Ordnance Sword replaces the wooden sword. So if you do a glitch where you jump out of these fences up here, you immediately get access to the part where you go and you get the wooden sword or the Ordnance Sword. But you've never gone into your house and grabbed the wooden sword for Russell, right? So you play through the whole game.
You basically do this whole part with just Slingshot.
You do this whole part with Slingshot, and you then go to you get the Master Sword, and after you've gotten the Master Sword, then you can go back and get the wooden sword, and it replaces your Ordnance Sword.
Or Master Sword.
Or
Or
Master
Sword. Either
Sword.
slot.
And you can then murder Ganon with the wooden sword since it's in the Master Sword slot. I don't even want to get close to this guy. I'm tired of taking damage. Even though I really haven't taken too much.
No, you're perfectly good.
I say as I immediately get wrecked by a bat. That was a good swing. I'm getting my baseball arm going. Just gotta get revved up in case I'm,
Now, something about our show. Oh. Ooh.
There you go, guys. I told you it was a randomizer.
That's showing off some of that randomness.
What
That's
can
a
we
good
do
get,
now?
man.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
I'm always thinking about what we can do and where we can go with the latest random item. That was a key. That's actually what we need to go
That's in
forward.
mod. Yeah, we got
What was originally in that chest?
So,
the smaller chest.
The small chest here was a key. The large chest up there was a heart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I'm not getting those mixed
Fascinating.
up.
I thought the small chest was rupees.
No, because rupees aren't in logic.
We don't know that.
I
don't know it.
So something we should say about the show is we keep it light around here, guys.
Yeah.
We have a firm philosophy of embrace the madness. And part of that embracing the madness is that we don't really talk about anything going on in the real world. Like the video games, this is escapism. This is 2020. You don't need to hear anyone else's opinions that you're already here, other than the ones you're already hearing, or maybe not even those.
Yeah.
So we don't talk about any modern problem.
Surprise!
This guy from oh my god, his friend
God.
found me. The problems we have in video games are more than enough
Right,
to
exactly.
keep us depressed.
You know what?
He's
Shoot
just
this
gonna
guy
die.
to death with seeds. That's the only thing we're going to be talking about on this.
Shoot people to death with seeds. You heard it right here. Look at that. If I just time it correctly, I want that rupee. I got it.
And you got it.
I got it. Now he's got a friend on the other side of this gate. I think I can kill him through the gate.
You know, if you just aim.
You can do nothing to me, you piece of garbage. I don't aim when I don't have to.
Have you ever done
Yes.
the Twilight? Maybe. Let's find out. He's already answered the question, folks.
I've already
Let's
answered the
see
question.
if he got
Let's see what it
right.
was.
You're just gonna torture these guys.
I shot from the hip on that one. Actually, I'm not because I don't have any more seeds. I've gotta do this all professional like.
Have you ever done the archery challenge on Twilight Princess, where you try to
Where
beat
you
the whole
only
game
use the
with
slingshot
bow?
or bow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a
have.
tricky one.
It's tricky right up until the first dungeon, and then once you have the bow,
Yeah.
it's kind of overpound. Like
Yeah,
in most Zelda
especially in
games,
the
the
Wii
bow's
one.
kind of overpowered. Yeah, and then the Wii one where you can like free aim, it's super good. Just gonna stun lock him here.
Oh,
I feel like this should hurt him.
Link's grapple stun lock is too powerful.
Dude,
Sakurai,
nerf
please
Link,
nerf.
Sakurai.
Don't nerf.
No,
Link,
don't
Sakurai.
nerf Link.
He's
I play
finally good.
Link, and he's finally good after many, many years of Link being one of the worst characters in Smash Bros, which is what we're referencing. I knew he was there.
Yeah.
And not from running into him and dying many, many times.
It's not because he's killed you multiple times.
That's not it. It's not possible.
You know what? One of the enemies that does kill me frequently in the hard mode on Zeldas is
Yeah.
the first Golden Skulltula in the Master Quest on the 3DS Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
Because
it's
it
in
can
an
one
awkward-
shot.
It's
it
in
can
an
one-shot
awkward
Link.
place. Yeah.
Yeah. You only have 3 hearts, and it does a heart and a half in
Right.
the normal game. So it just flat out kills you in the Ocarina or in the Master Quest, and you
gonna
never
poke.
see it coming.
I'm gonna focus on killing these guys without getting hit, because I think maybe I take one hit from them, maybe two. Okay, we good. I'm gonna try and kill this kid now. Okay, I killed the kid in real life, but the one in the game got away.
That took me a moment.
I forgot about Terry.
That took me a moment.
I let the water keep running.
So the lore here has clearly evolved.
Yeah.
We've now been waterboarding a child.
Yeah,
Well, guys,
Terry's pretty young.
it's been great having a show over the last 15 minutes.
Yeah,
They've
we
been
had a
wonderful.
good career. We had a good run.
Why won't this cutscene skip?
I know. You could skip so many cutscenes in this randomizer, not this one. Bet I can skip
The
this.
ordinary
There we go.
range.
And now he would normally want me to do the goat thing again. But now I'm gonna be like, nah, man, I do what I want.
Do what I want, man.
There's a Epona right behind me. I'm sorry, the plot is right behind me.
There's the plot. The plot is growing closer.
The plot is in this game is just really majestic.
Yes.
Okay, let's get started. No, let's get finished. I should have timed that a little better.
That's like when you say something
Pretty weak.
perfect and then have to
Yeah.
the perfect dig or burn, but then you have like 10 seconds that you have to wait around before you
Right.
can actually leave.
Yeah, it's like, oh, man, this is really awkward.
So awkward. Or when you end a friendship via YouTube video,
Yeah. Speaking of,
but then it's not at the 10-minute mark, and you got to make those fat stacks.
you gotta make those fat stacks. You gotta stretch it out. This is a Let's Play. We don't gotta stretch nothing out. Let's Plays, you can. Well, this is sort of a Let's Play. You can stretch those. You don't have to stretch those out. They run for hours naturally. We're doing way more talking than we need to do.
Right.
The sycophantic peasants of YouTube will sit here and watch our boring drivel, no matter what we say. And we could be the funniest comedians in the world, and they just wouldn't care. They'd be like, "Where's the Fortnite and the Chug Jugs?"
I'm so sorry, everyone. Please give us your money via advertising revenue.
All right.
I'm not sorry.
No. He secretly is.
I hate everyone who loves me.
This has become therapy
That's
time.
my secret, is that I hate everyone who likes me. If you like me, you must be too stupid to deserve my love.
To realize how terrible I am.
Yeah, right.
I used to, back to Twilight Princess,
Okay.
out of the therapy session.
Yeah, good idea.
I used to think that all of Twilight Princess was that kid's fault for taking your wooden sword.
No, I think it is.
Until I realized how turbo dead you would have been if these guys thought you were a threat.
Are you kidding me? I killed Ganon with the wooden sword. I would
With
have been
3 hearts.
fine. I would have been fine.
Right.
Especially in regular Twilight Princess, where I take half the damage I take in this one, I'd have been find. This is how you catch a horse thief, by the way. You got to find a little hole and crawl out behind him. And if I had my wooden sword, she'd be dead already.
Right.
Wait for
Another
it.
thing this randomizer skips, because I'm fairly certain it's about to skip.
And so we caught our horse thief,
Right.
right? We caught this horse thief. We beat her to death with a sword, is what I'm assuming. Or no, not the sword. I guess we would have to use the fishing pole or fists or
strangle them.
And now that we've got our horse back, we are, of course, a wolf.
A wolf.
Like you do.
Right.
We're a wolf with a sword.
Right. Who talks to their shadow
Who talks to
monkey.
their shadow monkey.
Right.
Who among us has not talked to our shadow monkey a couple of times?
When they were
late at night when we're all alone and being a wolf.
When you've been transmutated into a wolf.
Transmutated into a wolf. Talking to your shadow monkey. I mean...
Having a sword you've never seen before.
Yeah. And the beeping in your head won't stop. It's incessant. These guys are a little tougher than the ones I just fought, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like... I gotta take them seriously. You can't take... Are these bokoblins?
These are bokoblins.
So what were the other guys?
Homunculi.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I have no idea.
I don't know what they were. Are these Bubblins? And the others are Bokoblin? I used to know all the Zelda monster names.
Right.
And now if they're not in Breath of the Wild, I don't remember them. I remember the ones in Breath of the Wild, because it's the one I played most recently.
Yeah.
There were Bokoblins, the big gigantic ones were Moblins. And you had Lizalfos.
So you are right. Those are bubblins.
Hey, I'm so smart.
Yeah, and those are bokoblins.
I'm so good.
Hey,
I'm
yeah.
batting 1,000.
Yeah, you got it, man.
I'm so good. I'm so good. Now this is Zelda we're playing as, right?
Right. He just throws it away.
I throw it all
Just
away.
throws it all away.
Zelda's the wolf, right?
Zelda's the wolf.
I like how the words are so tiny until you get close and they get bigger. Like that's how hearing works.
Yeah.
Okay, we found out where they're keeping the shield. Even though I already know it, I've already been in the house with the shield. But we've got to scare these guys anyway.
Right.
Our shadow monkey demands a sacrifice.
Oh, man.
What I think that Midna's character could have been improved by just having the name Shadow Monkey.
Yeah.
And frankly, Shadow Monkey definitely sounds like a character from Metal Gear Solid. Watch out, Snake. I was doing my Snake voice while saying "Watch out, Snake." Should be Otacon. He's like,
He's talking
"Watch
to
out,
us.
Snake. Shadow Monkey is in the forest ahead of you.
I'm trying to think of a really good
She and her pet wolf will rip you to pieces."
You better watch out. Her hair can reach up to 2 meters.
Yeah.
Oh, you be careful, Snake.
She's surrounded by an army of perverts that think she's sexy, even though she has the body of a child.
If she gets all the relics of Twilight, she'll have the power of a god.
Yep. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. My Otacon is not great.
It's pretty good.
My voices in general aren't great. You're gonna.
I think it's good.
Everyone's gonna figure this out throughout the series, but you're really the master of the voices. The funny
yeah,
voices.
some of them. My
You
Otacon's
and the-
actually not
and the
that great.
dick. I have like 2.
That looked like a shield on the wall.
No,
that was
no,
not
sir.
a shield. That was a heart.
That was hard.
We should have seen that. We should have been
She's-
able to tell that. At
Midna
least we
doesn't
don't have.
question it.
At least we don't have to deal with the beeping anymore.
That's true.
I wonder what the sword will actually be. What are the odds that we get the Orden sword and don't have to use the wooden sword for this
man.
entire playthrough?
That'd be lovely. Wouldn't
And
it?
what are the odds that the Master Sword is actually an item in Logic and not like a scripted event?
I don't know. That's an interesting question.
Yeah,
Because
or the little item, because technically the thing that lets you turn from a wolf back into a person at any time you want is an item.
Right. It's just not one you can see.
Yeah,
in your menu.
you can't track it in your inventory, but
Right.
but it is an item, and I wonder if it's in Logic.
Right. I hope.
Wow, wow, Link is the dumbest wolf, and dogs. Oh wow, iron
Bear
boots.
boots.
We could walk around real slow for a while.
I love Midna's weird language.
Yeah, no, I like the way she talks. I like the gibberish speak, and yeah, I'm cool that Breath of the Wild has characters actually talking now. I've never thought that was really an impediment to Zelda, but
Yeah, I don't care.
but I like the little gibberish speak that some characters occasionally talk. You know, Animalese is great in Animal Crossing.
Animalese is great in Animal Crossing. Midna is great in this.
Yeah.
All the characters from Xenoblade, I love their little bird language.
Their little weird
whatever
bird language, whatever they're saying.
That gibberish that they're saying.
He doesn't understand Japanese. Is an actual language. Wait. He trapped me. He tricked me. And also somehow teleported me. I can't skip this cutscene. It's gonna poop out a shadow beast.
They look so pathetic when they're falling out of that shadow.
You would too if you were falling from a sphincter of darkness. That's the official.
This is a classy
that's the canon name. Sphincter of Darkness.
We're a classy channel, guys.
You can't tell me those things don't look like the universe is taking a poop. That's exactly what they look like. Do your poops not look like that?
No.
I need to see a doctor right away.
See a doctor immediately.
Do they not try to strangle you with their big meaty hands?
Oh my god. All right. Well, it's into the Twilight.
Into the Twilight verse.
Do we have the Twilight like shortened somehow?
Yeah. I think the vessels of Twilight automatically fill up because the bug quest was reduced in Twilight Princess HD, and I thought that was perfect. I don't like them being completely skipped, but those are not random, so it's kind of pointless for the randomizer.
It's just like the dialogue.
Min is also just going to kill us here, so I don't know why she picks him up so violently.
Right.
She just, like, yanks him up and just, like, swings him around like she's trying to kill a fish.
I like that she's wearing the shield on her face.
Yeah.
Because all the Twilight monsters, like, have, like, face shields.
Also, it's the stupidest way to wear a shield because it covers her eyes completely.
Maybe she relies on ultra-sensory perception.
I think it's just Midna's pretty dumb.
Yeah, she's just dumb.
Yeah, Midna's pretty dumb. She's not too bright. Oh, we got trapped again. Now I gotta look more poop monsters. Okay, there's the sphincter. He's dropping the kids off at the pool. In this case, the pool is right on top of me. I swear that's the last poop joke I'll make in the next 5 seconds.
It's gonna be difficult for you, isn't it? He's counting it down. These monster things were legitimately terrifying when I first played Twilight Princess.
Yeah,
we kind of forget how scary they were. When I was a kid,
I was like, "Oh my God, these things are gonna wreck me." Actually, the biggest anxiety attack though I've ever had with Zelda was the things in the proving grounds in Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
When they go active, when their eyes turn red and they're like actively hunting you, I was just like, oh, I messed up.
People really hated that part of Skyward Sword.
I love that part.
I don't understand. I love that part.
It's terrifying,
I love that part so
and
much.
you have no weapon. I think Phantom Hourglass and especially Spirit Tracks had whole sections that were just like that, much larger sections, and I love those parts. They're the best parts of Spirit Tracks, at least. But there we go. Minna could have done that anytime.
Right. She's too lazy.
She's just a tool, is what she is.
Yeah, I always thought that was great. Though, like, Skyward Sword is one of those games where, like, I can't even figure out the reviews for it, to be honest. Like, people would tell me, like, the motion controls are terrible. And I had kind of a bad experience with the motion controls when I first played through it. Mm-hmm. And then other people would be like, oh, I never had a problem.
Yeah, I
then
didn't
some
really
people
have a problem.
who, like, hated motion controls played Skyward Sword and were like, it's the perfect game. And I'm like, they hate Zelda, they hate motion controls, play Skyward Sword, think it's the greatest game ever made.
Aha! We have
our
first of our Photoshop changes. Link is blue!
He is indeed, but not just any regular.
And yeller.
Yes, that yellow hat is a very specific reference.
Yeah, this is, so the blue male in A Link to the Past had a yellow hat, and I always thought that was kind of neat. The subsequent blue males in just about every game no longer have yellow hats. I don't think it did in A Link Between Worlds, right? It was solid blue.
Yeah, it was solid blue.
And then in Link's Awakening remake, it's solid blue, just like it was in the
That's
original.
the only game where it's had different hats.
Yeah.
And I have always thought that that's the best looking armors was Link to the Past. Blue with the yellow hat red with the purple hat. They're both super dope.
Yeah.
They were kind of designed because you wouldn't really be able to tell the hat from the
It would all look
body.
like a big blob.
Right, if you were
if you
walking up
didn't. Yeah.
and the hat's like laying back on it.
Right.